Welcome to Season 8 of the Finding Peace podcast. This season is focused on practical, trauma-informed tools you can use in everyday life. When emotions run high, relationships feel heavy, or your nervous system needs support. Short episodes designed to help you find more peace, joy, and connection, one moment at a time. Please welcome the host of the Finding Peace podcast, best-selling author, psychotherapist, and speaker, Troy L. Love.
Have you ever been in a situation where you keep putting something off? There have been multiple times in my life when I know I need to reply to an email, clean out an old filing cabinet, go through my closet to get rid of clothes I haven't worn for years, updated my resume, fixed something minor around the house that's been broken for months, or even scheduling my next root canal. And I don't want to. I keep putting it off. So when I have clients come into my office and they say, I think there's something wrong with me. And I say, well, what is wrong with you? And they say, I can't do it anymore. I'm so lazy. I'm just not motivated. I can relate. These people don't look the way you might expect someone to look if they were in a crisis. They came on time, they're well dressed, they still have jobs, they pay their bills, and they still do what needs to be done, even if it's at the last minute. From the outside, life feels intact, but on the inside, they describe everything feeling muted. Not sad, really. Flat. There's no sense of urgency. There's no motivation. There is no spark. They lean back in the chair and they say to me, I think I'm just lazy. I think I've just given up. So we slow things down. We start to look at what's really going on. And as we do, and we notice that those shadows of shame are saying things like, you're lazy, you're dumb, you don't have what it takes, this is not great. And we start to understand that those shadows are out because wounds have been hit. We recognize that there is actually a different story that's going on. These are not people who are quitting on life. These are people who've been bracing for a long time. Their body has learned that caring too much costs too much, that hope leads to disappointment, that effort doesn't always work out. So, the nervous system made a quiet, intelligent decision. Pull back, conserve, go numb enough to survive. So what looks like apathy on the outside is actually protection on the inside. What feels like laziness is actually the body saying, I can't afford to spend energy the way that I used to. These people hadn't stopped caring because they didn't want to live. They stopped caring because caring had once been dangerous and vulnerable. And so we reframe the question from, what's wrong with me? Why am I like this? To, what have I had to endure? And when we start to ask that question, the work can truly begin. This is a form that we call freezing. Freezing is not giving up, it's conserving. We talked about the fight or flight response in the past. When fight doesn't work, and when flight isn't possible, the nervous system has another option. It slows things down. It numbs, it reduces demand. Not because it wants to disappear, but because continuing at full speed is going to be too costly. Freeze doesn't always look like lying on the couch, unable to move. There are many high-functioning adults who carry hidden freeze. It can look like chronic procrastination, decision fatigue, emotional flatness, scrolling mindlessly on your device instead of going to bed. and hearing the judge say, you know what you should do? You should do this and that and this and that. And they just can't do it. From the outside, people would say, well, that's just a motivation problem. But on the inside, it's protection. If you've noticed that your motivation is low or it's completely disappeared right now, just look around. What's going on in your life? Look around about what's going on the news. What's going on in Washington? What's going on in the streets? What's going on financially? There's a lot going on that makes things feel unsafe. When that happens, and we don't know how to get away from it, and we don't know how to fight it, we often will freeze. Our nervous system freezes in order to protect us from feeling overwhelmed, having to grieve, protects us from raging and losing our temper, protects us from disappointment, protects us from the anxiety that if we feel at all, it's going to be too much and we're not going to be able to handle it. So instead of letting the judge point out all the things that are wrong with you, maybe we can have another conversation. What might my exhaustion be protecting me from feeling right now? What wounds have been hit lately? Have there been lost wounds hit, rejection wounds hit, neglect wounds hit, abandonment wounds hit, betrayal wounds hit, abuse wounds hit? And how are those wounds affecting my day-to-day life as they keep being pushed and poked and scraped and reopened? And when we sit with that and we are willing to listen, we might actually be able to have some compassion for ourselves. Well, no wonder why I'm so exhausted. Man, my rejection wound has been hit a lot this week. That makes sense. So I don't really want to call the dentist for a root canal because I really don't want to go through that pain. I don't really want to go through my clothes closet and look at all the clothes that I haven't worn because I really don't want to hear the judge telling me that I used to look really good and what's wrong with me that I'm too fat. I don't want to go through all the old papers in this filing cabinet because it's going to stir up some times in my life that were really challenging and I don't want to remember those. And so when I hear that, I say, well, what do I need to help me feel a little safer, a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more loved and protected? What do I need? Not what do I need to do, but what do I need? Do I need love? Do I need safety? Do I need assurance? Do I need somebody to pay attention to me for a little bit? What do I need? And interestingly, when I'm able to find a way to get that need met, it makes it easier for me to do the thing that I was avoiding to do. Tending to our attachment wounds and creating an environment where those can heal doesn't begin by forcing it. It begins by respecting stillness. And stillness is not laziness. Stillness opens the door for wisdom. And we all could use a lot more of that in our lives right now. Until next time, meet your body where it is and let it set the pace. And remember, you matter. You are enough. And you are worthy of love and belonging.
You've been listening to the Finding Peace podcast. Special thanks to Intrex for providing the theme music for this season and helping set the tone for reflection, grounding, and hope. If this episode supported you, please like, subscribe, and share the Finding Peace podcast. Your support helps these practical, trauma-informed tools reach more people who are seeking peace, clarity, and connection. To explore more resources, workshops, and upcoming events, visit findingpeaceconsulting.com. The Finding Peace podcast is hosted by best-selling author, psychotherapist, and speaker Troy L. Love. Until next time, remember, you are worthy of love and belonging.